Nala just fell completely off. Nala's Caleb's cat, by the way. Look. Really? She hides my wallet. I'm calling a fan because he DM'd me and he gave me his phone number. I'm gonna see if I can't mess with him a little bit. No one really expects me to call, but hey, I might just do that. I've been actually trying to respond to a lot of DMs. I'm just getting so many of them. It's hard to respond to all of them. What are you doing? That cat is something special. All right.
Hello?
Hello? Is this the dentist office? Damn, hung up on me. I'll call back. If not, man, you missed your chance. I did it. I tried.
Hello?
Hello, is this Ricky?
Nope.
I'm looking for someone named Ricky with this phone number.
Nah, nobody's got this phone number named Ricky.
All right, well, thank you much.
Why'd you call restricted?
It's really hard to explain. I'm a social media person, and he called saying that he was a fan and sent me this number, and I was going to call him.
Sorry.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye. It's hard to explain that to people. All right, well, looks like my man Ricky, you have lost your chance. I'm an ignorant person. I typed in the number wrong. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I typed in the number wrong. So the first time I called, I think it was a girl, and the second time I called, it was a guy. So hopefully they don't think that they're having relationship problems now. Hopefully the guy doesn't think that the that the girl was trying to call someone else because it was called under a private number. Man, I feel bad. I kind of feel bad for them. But let me call what should be Ricky now. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, is this Ricky at the dentist office? Indiana. My name's Poe.
Poe?
Yeah, from the internet.
Bro, what's up?
I saw your DM and I figured I'd give you a call.
You actually called. I didn't think that. Whoa, what the hell?
I actually called the number and I typed in the wrong number and it was some guy that answered and he was really questioning. He was like, why did you call me on private? And I was like, it's hard to explain. So I figured I might as well give you a call, get a little bit of content in.
Bro, heck yeah, man. What's up?
Nothing much, just hanging out. How old are you? What do you do?
I'm 20. I'm a car salesman. I watched the first video like everybody watches, the Hellcat versus the Corvette.
Right.
I just always liked watching it, especially when the content just kept getting better and better. You guys did more like working on stuff, new projects and stuff. My dad, he's a transmission mechanic, so I grew up like working around cars and stuff.
Man, that's awesome.
And I watched him for a long time, and then I started watching your YouTube videos, and I was like, dude, I love this dude's YouTube videos, plus he's funny as hell, so.
Hell yeah, man, thank you. Just trying to do the car stuff and get other people motivated. Do you have a race car or a car that you like working on?
I had a Z28 Camaro, an 84.
Ooh.
The transmission went out of it because 700 R4s, I believe. I just think they're like junk transmissions.
Yeah, it's like a 4L60, his Chevy.
Yeah, so I got rid of that, and I actually drive a 2007 3-power. Then I started watching your truck, and I was like, that's just crazy, because this dude like owns the Super Duty just like I do.
Hell yeah, now I'm calling you.
Yeah, and then that kid that won that car from Indiana, which is, I'm from Indiana.
Shoot, man, reach out to him. I wanted to call you. I figured might as well. I seen your DM, so I was like, shoot, might as well call him.
Sweet, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing day, man.
All right, brother, you too. Have an amazing week, an amazing year. Make the most of it.
You too, man. Stay safe out there, buddy.
That's what I like. That feeling right there. Just calling someone. Simple as that. Calling someone and being like, hey man, have a great day, and then just talking. And obviously you could tell he was not expecting that, like at all. That's pretty cool. So, have a good one, brother. Y'all enjoy a picture of Nala. Meow, bitch.
That is f***ing insane, bro. That's awesome.
At the vape store and we're talking about some YouTube stuff and he's like, hey, can I see your camera? I've always wanted to see one of those style cameras.
That's sick.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to PoeBoys. In this video, I'm gonna explain the turbo kit with the car, basically what it is. For those of y'all who don't understand, my truck needs a lot of work, so I have to explain that as well. So I'll be doing work with both the car and the truck. I also have to do a few things on the bike. What's going on? This is here. The harness is in the way. I have no idea how to get the harness out of the way. I mentioned in a previous video that I wanted to cut this with a grinder and put it inside the fender well, but at the same time, it still wouldn't be a direct fix for it. That's not recommended. So I really don't know what I want to do when it comes to that. Turbos, obviously, it's going to be easy to install. It's just going to take a little bit of time until I can get all the correct fittings, figure out where to tap in for the line. There is a Midstar minivan, Ford Midstar, I believe that's what it's called. There is an intake for it that I'm going to be getting. So yes, for y'all that have been asking, I'm going to be getting that new intake, and I'm also going to be blowing it up on whatever boost I decide to run on this thing. Probably put like 5 pounds into it for now, just to start. Let it whine at me a little bit, and then maybe one day turn it up to about 15, 20 and blow her up. But that's whenever I'm ready to swap something else in. So it needs transmission, a clutch, battery relocate, not the relocate, but the battery box to hold the battery inside of. Then I'm gonna need to bolt up the turbos, install the oil lines, as well as these lines right here. These are water lines. I need to tap into this guy right here, which shouldn't be too hard. Then next up, basically figure out how to route all the boost lines and everything, do the fuel system, and then the car will be done. So for anyone that has done a turbo kit on a New Edge V6, I don't know why anyone would have done that. It seems like such a stupid idea. For anyone that's done this before or done actual engine mods, not cold air intake, and said, oh, it's a freaking stock car. I mean like actual engine mods to a 3.8. Feel free to DM me at PoeBoys Official. I have a lot of questions, not questions, but things that I want to get sorted out so I'm not having to do as much research because I want to make sure this is done correctly the first time. It also just happens to be that these cars right here are not as popular to be modded because it's a V6 and everyone hears the word V6 and like, oh, that's a piece of junk. And I'm like, yeah, look at my V6 piece of junk. This bitch whipped, dude. Around the drift track, I was actually really impressed with it. This thing whipped like a motherfucker down the drift track. Of course, the wrap's doing great like always. So, without further ado, let me get to the truck because we've got some business to talk about. This truck is freaking gorgeous. Oh, the sun's hitting it so you can see the flake real well. Oh yeah. Dude, every freaking time. And it's on forces. Everything that you see in this picture is great. Minus the fact that the rear end sits a little bit taller than the back and than the front. But I'm lowering it. For all of y'all that are saying that the truck needs a lift, I am not lifting it. I don't rub half as bad as I thought I would. In fact, I only rub on the fender liner. I'm actually gonna take the rear end and lower it down a little bit. They flip a lot less when they're in this condition. However, now I gotta get into the nitty gritty of why I don't wanna talk about the truck. It looks like we need injector O-rings, oil pressure sensors, fuel pressure sensors. I need a new lift pump, the one that I just recently replaced. I said in the first Poke Hill video that it was gonna be a temporary fix for now because the one I put in there didn't have the right plug on it apparently. With that wrong plug being on there, my gas gauge is always full. I wanna know how much gas the truck's got in it because that would be great to know. Or fuel, diesel, because I know some of y'all in the comment section would be like, oh, it's not gas, it's a diesel truck, so it's gonna have no gas in it. A new IDM, because the one that I just changed seems to not be working. It's only firing on one bank. I have to diagnose that with the infrared sensor and figure out where the misfire is coming from and why it's coming from there. I need to go into the valve cover and do the quarter trick. One of the Ford connectors in true Ford fashion has disconnected itself just via being there for time. I don't know, it's Ford. Either way, I have to connect it, install a quarter to make sure it won't unplug itself, which you won't understand now, but you'll understand whenever I'm doing it. Then the truck, in theory, should be reliable. Really the only problems 7.3s have are the problems that I'm having right now. Minus blow-by. My truck obviously doesn't have any blow-by. I just need to fix those problems, then my long cranking will get fixed. And once I replace everything, then it's good for another 1,000,000 miles. So I'm gonna go ahead, get to 6 media, but until then, I'm riding my bike every single day. It's a struggle, but it's the struggle that we have to do. But this is an update video. Like I said, I'm shooting this literally the day that the video goes up. So if you watch the video today, this is literally this morning. Like y'all were probably in school or at work or doing whatever, and I was out here filming this video. So just to give you a time frame, I'm not as ahead as I normally am. In fact, I've been falling behind because this car has been throwing me off. And then obviously the truck not working is not helping. And it takes money to do this stuff. It's not like I can just finish this right now. I gotta put at least like $3,000 in stuff into this car, which includes trans and all that stuff. And that's just to run a stock bottom end. This car won't handle boost, so it's gonna be a pain. And then on top of the truck stuff, I mean, you're talking diesel injectors and all that fancy stuff. Getting it from the condition I got it into, reliable, like start every time, not have to worry about anything. It's just gonna take time. And I also have to do an e-brake on the truck. If it's not in a spot where the wheels are getting caught, basically like I have to park it on a curb every time I park if I want to leave the truck on. So I need a whole lot of stuff. I am actually waiting on most of all that stuff to come here. So let's figure out what else I'm gonna do with my life. Oh my goodness. Pretty solid. This thing's awesome.
And your blinker's still on.
I'm not used to pushing it. Alright guys, so here's some GoPro footage of me riding the other day. I had the GoPro set up and yet again I could not get the microphone to work. I'm going to switch to the DJI action camera. But here's some footage of me riding. The next few videos you can look forward to me telling a lot of fun stories riding a bike because the car and truck are in the conditions that they're in. But without further ado, y'all have a great one. Remember to freaking buy merch and then go ahead and send it. Is that better, Zorby?
No.
Fuck.